What is the Nairobi Securities Exchange? And how do you buy shares if you're not in Kenya? If you're a Kenyan and you're not in Kenya, how do you invest in shares? So imagine the Nairobi Securities Exchange as a big marketplace, not for goods, not for fruits, not for clothes, but for ownership, pieces of companies. These pieces are called the shares. When you buy shares, you become part owner of that company. If the company earns profits, it may pay you a portion called the dividends. If the value grows and you sell later at a higher price, you make what we call the capital gain. Think of it like owning a part of Safaricom, owning a part of Kengen, or any other company that is listed on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. So the real ownership is stored digitally. You can only buy these pieces through systems and licensed players because this is a regulated investing. This is not gambling. This is investing. It is regulated by the government. So there are some important institutions that you must know. The first institution is the Capital Market Authority, the CMA. It's like the market policeman. The CMA is a government agency that regulates and oversees the stock market in Kenya. And what do? They license the stock brokers, they protect the investors from fraud, and they set rules that keep the market fair. Think of CMA like Yani Askari, a referee of the stock market. If a broker isn't in the CMA list, you should not buy shares from them. If the broker is not in the CMA list, I repeat, do not use them. They are not allowed to operate legally. And you can always check the list of brokers on the CMA, or you can check the list of licensed brokers from the Central Bank website. Go to the Central Bank of Kenya website, then click on the DAO photo, and then you can check who is licensed by the government to operate. Another institution that you need to know is the Nairobi Securities Exchange, the NSE, the marketplace itself now. The NSE is the actual stock exchange where all trading happens. When investors buy shares, it's done here under the CMA supervision. There are over 60 listed companies on the Nairobi Securities Exchange across all sectors of the economy. We are talking about banking, the energy, the agriculture, telecoms, insurance, manufacturing, etc., etc., etc. Another institution you need to know before you invest in shares is the Central Depository and Settlement Corporation. In short, it is called the CDSC. This is the Settlement Corporation, the vault itself. If the NSE is the marketplace, then the CDSC is the vault, the record keeper, the one who owns, the one who tells you, or the one who keeps records about who is owning what in the NSE. When you buy shares, they don't hand you paper certificates. Instead, your shares are digitally held in an account called the CDS account. And it is held there by the CDSC, which is the Settlement Corporation. So what does the CDSC, what does it do? What does that settlement corporation do? They make sure that shares are safely stored for you. They make sure that transfers happen smoothly when you buy or sell the shares. They make sure that dividend payments are tracked. They make sure that your ownership record is accurate and secure. Even if your broker disappears tomorrow, your shares remain safe because the CDSC, the settlement corporation, owns the registry, not your broker. So people get confused between CDS and CSD. What is that? What is CDS and what is CSD? These names they should not confuse you. They sound almost the same, but they are very different accounts. The CDS, Central Depository System, it is managed by the Central Depository Systems Corporation. The purpose is to hold shares. The shares are also called the equities. So their purpose is to hold your equities, the equities of companies like Safaricom, the Kengen, the banks, etc. They hold the shares. And if you want to buy stock, how do you buy? First of all, you get the CDSC account. This is mandatory. You have to get a CDSC account. And now, what is CSD, the Central Securities Depository? It is often referred to as the DAO CSD account. This is the CSD, Central Securities Depository. It is managed by the Central Bank of Kenya, the CBK, the country's central bank. Its purpose is to invest in government securities like the treasury bills and bonds, which are very low risk investments. You open this directly via the DAO CSD platform or application. There's an application that is called the DAO CSD platform, where you open this account. This account that we are calling what? The CSD. You open CSD through the DAO CSD platform. It is not through a stockbroker. You open it through the DAO CSD. For investing in stocks like Safaricom, Kengen, banks, agriculture, you need a CDS account, sorry. You need a CDS account, not a CSD account. The Dow CSD is for government bonds and not for buying shares on the NSE. Another institution you need to know before you invest in shares, you need to know the stockbroker. The stockbroker is like your key to the Nairobi Securities Exchange. You cannot walk into the NSE or trade shares by yourself. You must go through a licensed stockbroker, also called the Central Depository Agent, the CDA, the agent. You go through them. And what does a broker do? They help you open your CDS account. They execute your buy and sell orders on the NSE. They give you access to an online platform where you can trade anytime you want. During trading hours and even off market hours, they give you access to that online platform where you can place your trades. They send you confirmations and statements. If you have placed an order, let's say you want to buy 100 shares from Safaricom, you've gone to the platform and you've placed an order of 100 shares. They are the people who send you a confirmation to confirm if the trade has successfully been executed or if the trade has been declined, depending on the market price and depending on whether you placed your order following the pricing on the market. They also offer customer support, and sometimes the research tools about market, what's going on in which company, what's happening. They give you research information. So how do you know that a broker is legit? How do you know that this is the broker that I'm supposed to trade with? This is the broker that I'm supposed to trust. When you're in the diaspora or outside Kenya, the safest thing you can do is to verify your broker before doing anything. This broker must be licensed by the CMA. Check the list on the official website to ensure that the broker is licensed. Also, this broker must have an online trading platform. We are talking about the Kenyans who want to invest in shares and they are not inside the country. You cannot walk into their offices physically because you are far away. So you have to use a broker who has an online platform. So make sure your broker has an online platform where you can just click your phone, buy and sell shares as you wish. Also, they should give you a clear fee structure. There is a lot of fee concerned associated with buying and selling of shares. There is an amount of fee and charges that you pay when you're buying shares and also when you're selling shares. So when you buy shares, they deduct something. And also when you sell, they deduct something. So you have to know the clear fee structure of the stockbroker that you're using. Go to their website, see how much they charge. Mostly these charges, when they are combined together with the stamp duties and everything, they come close to 4.7 buying and selling combined. If it's buying alone, it's around 2.35% of the money that you are investing. And then selling is the same amount, almost the same amount. Let's say roughly 4.7% is taken away from the money that you're investing. Also make sure that this broker has a solid reputation. Make sure this is a person that has been operating for a long time. Do your due diligence. Make your own research. There are some of the popular licensed brokers in Kenya, some of the ones that are known in Kenya. We have the FIDA Investment Bank. They have a mobile app. We have AIB Access Africa. They also have a mobile app. We have Daya and Player Investment Bank. They also have a mobile app, mobile application. We have the SBG Securities, which is run by the Stanbic Bank. They also have a mobile application. We have the Genghis Capital. So the list is so long. We also have the one that has come recently. It's called the ZD by Safaricom. We have a lot of licensed stockbrokers. Okay, now we get to the step by step of how to actually start investing from the scratch. Step one, like we have said, choose a licensed broker. You can visit the Capital Markets Authority CMA website, find the list of all licensed brokers, the Central Depository Agents, pick one with a good online platform, low fees, and strong reputation. Step number two, submit your documents to the broker. Send them electronically, a copy of your passport or a copy of your ID. You take a picture of your ID, a clean picture, front and back. Sometimes they give you the size of the picture that they want. So if your phone is taking a very big picture, a very large file, you can download an application from Google. It's a compressor where you take that picture, you put it in the compressor, and it becomes the size that they require you to submit. So if you submit the copy of your passport or the copy of your ID and they tell you the file is too large, don't worry, just download the compressor application on your Google or Play Store or on your Apple Play Store and compress that image. Also, you need your KRA PIN, passport size photos. You don't need to go to a studio to get a passport size photos. You can use, again, your Google Play Store. You download an application that can take passport size photos for you. So check what dimensions your stockbroker is giving you. They might say 1 by 1. So you download the application from Google Play Store. You search passport size photo maker. You take a passport of yourself using that application so that it can be the exact dimensions that they're giving you. Another thing they will require is a proof of bank account, so that when you earn dividends from your shares, they can be able to settle those dividends direct into your bank account or sometimes into your M-Pesa account. So they will require a proof of bank account. You give them your bank account number and your full names of that bank account. So this is how your customer, this is how you know your customer process, the KYC process. This is the entire KYC process that is required for you to submit your documents to your stockbroker. Step number 3, the broker will open your CDS account. After you've submitted this information, your copy of passport, your KRA PIN, passport size photos, they're usually 2 or 1, then proof of bank account. After you submit this, the broker will open your CDS account. Your broker will complete a form called the CDS1 with your information and send it to the CDSC. Now the settlement corporation. The broker will compile your information and send it to the settlement corporation so you can get your unique CDS account number. This will take like 3 to 7 business days. That means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then wanapitia Saturday na Sunday because those are not business days. Wanaruka tena Monday, Tuesday for 3 to 7 days. 3 to 7 business days for it to be approved and activated. Once it is approved, you will get a CDS account number. This is your digital share wallet. You can keep it forever. You don't need to open new one for the next trade. Step number 4, fund your trading account. Depending on who your broker is, like AIB Access, they tell you to fund your trading account with 3,000 Kenya shillings. This is not their money. This is the first deposit that you make into that account. The first deposit that they require you to make into that account is 3,000. But they don't take that 3,000 away from you. You deposit it and then you use it to buy your first shares. So you send money to your broker's bank account from abroad. When you open the online platform, you don't need to send money to their bank account. You just go into your platform and you click on deposit. You click deposit, unaingia kwa M-Pesa yako, you deposit that amount of money and then wanakuonyesha hapo uko na 3,000. And then this money will be used to buy shares once it clears. So hiyo pesa ikiingia, you will see imeingia. Ikishaingia na uone imeingia, that is when you will start purchasing or placing orders to buy shares from any company that you wish. From the over 60 companies that are there, you choose the company that you want and you buy shares from them. Step number 5 is placing your order. We've already talked about that. So on your broker's online platform, you tell them or you choose, because you're doing it by yourself. They are not doing it for you. You choose which company you want to invest in. You can invest in Safaricom, you can invest in Kengen, you can invest in KPLC, you can invest in banking stocks like Equity, Cooperative, National Bank, any bank that is there. You can choose which bank you want to invest in. Go and see how much they are selling one share and then buy shares from them. Step number 6 is the settlement and holding. Once your order is executed, it takes 3 business days for the system to settle the trade and credit the shares into your CDS account. So when you buy shares, when you place an order and the trade is executed, it will take 3 business days for the system to settle the trade for you. It's called T plus 3. T, the trading day, the day that you bought the shares, plus 3 business days. And then from there, when you check your portfolio, it will be saying that your shares are settled. That means now you're free to sell those shares. After those 3 days, you can sell those shares. I hope you understand me. You have to put in mind there's a T plus 3. That it's the period that it takes for your shares to settle. After your order has been executed, that's the period it takes for your shares to settle. There's also something we call day trading or intraday trading. If you don't want to wait for 3 days, you can click on that intraday so that maybe let's say you've bought KQ shares, Kenya Airways shares, and you don't want to wait for 3 days to sell your shares. If you are a day trader, someone who buys and sells, if you are a day trader, when you go to purchase your shares or when you go to place your order, you make sure that you click on the intraday, meaning that you're telling the system that you intend to sell your shares on that day. So you buy your shares, tuseme ni KQ shares, umebuy na 3 bob and then zimepanda zimekuwa 6 bob, you sell that same day. If the day imeisha na hizo shares zako hazijaruka 6 bob, so you have not managed to sell because there was no profit for you and the 3 pm imefika na soko imefungwa, that means now you will have to wait for 3 days for your shares to settle. Shares zako zinarudi normal, T plus 3. They go back to normal. There's something, dividends and statements. If the company declares dividends, the company that you've invested in, if they declare dividends, these dividends are distributed automatically to your registered bank account. Your broker will also send periodic statements to show you what you have bought within the course of maybe the course of the week or the course of the month, to show you what you have bought, what you have sold, to show you how you have been performing in the stock exchange market. So why do you need to use a stockbroker and not to try and do it on your own? Even if you already have a CDS account from somewhere else, you cannot trade without a broker. That is because only brokers are authorized to place orders on the National Securities Exchange. It is only a broker who can place an order for you. They are the only institutions that are authorized to do this for you. So the broker ensures that your instructions are correctly routed to the marketplace, and they handle the settlements and communications with CDSC. The system, they handle the settlements with the CDSC and the Nairobi Securities Exchange on your behalf. So this coordination cannot be done by an investor directly. What is the role of the Central Bank of Kenya? The Central Bank of Kenya doesn't regulate the stock market directly, but it runs the CDS, the CSD system. It is the CBK that runs the CSD system for government bonds via the Dow CSD platform, which you might hear of, the Dow CSD. This is separate from stock trading. It's for investing in treasury bonds and bills, not company shares. So the CBK and the CDS are the government securities and bonds, like the ones you hear, infrastructure bonds. Mtu unaweka pesa yako hapo, serikali inatumia hiyo pesa kujenga barabara, and then they give you wanakurudishia hiyo pesa ikiwa na faida, and they don't tax that money. So if you invest with a CBK directly using the Dow CSD, there's no taxation that happens there. They do that for you for free, but when you buy shares from other companies, kuna taxation. I hope you have understood. Mpaka hapo mmeelewa. So the next thing that I will do, I will teach you how to buy shares, and also I will teach you about the taxes and deductions that happen when you're buying and selling shares. I will teach you about that so that you can understand. Because like if we are saying that the cost is 4.7%, that means ukinunua shares zako alafu uamue kuuza kama hazija increase in price by 4.7, you will be selling at a loss. So una have kungoja, tuseme umenunua KQ shares at 3 bob, zikifika kitu kama 3.4 hapo that's around 4%. Ikifika 4.7%, you can sell na upata faida. So your portfolio will be showing you that ikifika tuseme umenunua na 3.00 na imefika 3.1, your portfolio will be showing you that you have profit. Itakuwa inakuonyesha green, itakuwa inakuonyesha it's time for you to sell. But you have to make your calculations so that you don't just make profit on paper but not profit in your account. That is why I'm saying you have to wait. You have to put into consideration the taxes and the levies that the government has deducted from your trade. You add them and you wait until your share price has increased to cover the cost, and then you sell. Don't just wait for the break-even point. The break-even point is around 4.7. Don't just wait for a 4.7% increase. Ikifika kitu kama 5% increase, that is when you sell. That is when you will be able to make actual profit. Even though your portfolio is showing you that you have profit, don't just run to sell until you have broken even and you have gained something. I will teach you how to do that in the next video.